Today we are going to talk about indefinite pronouns. So when do we use indefinite pronouns? When we want to refer to people. So what does it mean? When we do not know or do not want to mention who we are referring to, then we use indefinite pronouns. In positive statements, we use someone or somebody. For example, somebody should book their air tickets now. In negative statements, we use no one or nobody or none. For example, nobody is able to give us directions to the shopping mall. None of us know where we are. We are lost. So let's talk about more about how we use none. We often use none with of plus noun or pronoun. We can use either a singular or a plural verb with it. So for example, none of us likes or like this film. None of these tourists eat or are excited. We use a singular verb with none of plus noun or pronoun in formal British English. So for example, none of the students is interested. So in this example, we use is instead of are because in British English, we use singular verb. Example 2. None of us will attend the meeting tomorrow. Example 3. None of the guests had any complaints. So in these two examples, we can see that they are followed by different tenses. So for anyone or anybody, we can use it in positive statements, negative statements, and questions. So let's look at some examples. For positive statements, anyone can learn how to make Chinese dumplings. It's very simple. And in negative statements, for example, this museum doesn't accept anyone without a ticket. And for questions, I will go to France next month. Do you know anybody who can show me around? But there's one thing that we need to remember. We use the third person singular form of a verb with someone, somebody, anyone, anybody, and no one, nobody. Let's look at some examples. Do you know anybody who loves swimming? And do you know anybody who loves swimming? So which one is the correct answer? The first one, because we just talked about we have to use third person singular. So the second one is wrong. Let's do some exercise. So here are some sentences. You need to fill in the blanks by writing the correct indefinite pronouns. For example, somebody, nobody, none. And there will be a timer on the right hand corner. You will have 2 minutes to finish the task. So, time's up. Let's look at the answers. First one, is anybody inside? May I come in? Second one, I saw somebody watering the plants, but I don't know who he is. Number 3, nobody is allowed to leave early. Please remain in your seat. Number 4, none of the visitors is from Hong Kong. So some of you may ask, can I use nobody here or no one here? If you change the sentence to nobody is from Hong Kong, then here in this case you can use nobody. But because of the visitors in this sentence, so you have to use none in this sentence. So number 5, there will be nobody at home tonight. Remember to bring your keys. So again, if you want to use none, then the sentence will be none of us will be at home tonight. Remember to bring your keys. But in this sentence, since there's no of in the sentence, so you have to use nobody. Let's have a short review. When do we use the indefinite pronouns? Someone or somebody, anyone or anybody, no one or nobody, and none. When we want to refer to people. And when we refer to people, we do not know or do not want to mention who we are referring to. So, someone or somebody, we use it in the positive statement. Anyone or anybody, we can use it in positive statements, negative statements, and questions. For nobody, we use it in negative statements. For none, we use it in negative statements. Let's have more exercise. So you are writing an email to your best friend. Complete your email with the correct indefinite pronouns in the word box. So on the right hand side, you can see anything, none, nothing, something. So you need to fill in the blanks by using the words given. You will have 3 minutes to finish this task. Time's up. Let's look at the answers. Dear Pam, hi, how are you? I'm still in the UK at the moment. I'm having a lot of fun. On our first day here, we went sightseeing. I saw the famous London Bridge and Big Ben. I wanted to buy something as a souvenir. So in this sentence, it's a positive statement. So we can choose between anything or something. So according to the context, we will choose something as the answer. So continue, but I couldn't find anything that I liked. So it's a negative statement, so we can choose between anything, none, or nothing. But according to the context, we choose anything. My British pen friend said people can get anything they want from the souvenir stands. So again, in this sentence, it's a positive statement, so we can choose between anything or something. So according to the context, we choose anything here. Let's continue. Number 4. But none of them sold anything interesting. So in this case, we can only choose none as the answer because of them. I was quite happy that we found a little fish and chips shop for dinner though. Is there anything more classically British than fish and chips? So it is a question. So the answer is anything. So here's the second part of the email. You can see some words on the right hand side. You can use these words to fill in the blanks. Again, you will have 30 minutes to finish the task. Time's up. Let's look at the answers. We did something quite different on the second day. It's a positive statement, so we can choose between anything or something. But according to the context, we choose something as the answer. We left London and went out into the country. First, we visited an old castle. I've never seen anything like it. So it's a negative statement, so we can choose between anything, none, or nothing. But according to the context, we choose anything. The stone walls looked huge and felt very cold somehow. After visiting the castle, we went to see something really unique. So again, it's a positive statement, so we choose between anything or something. So in here, we choose something. Let's continue. We went to a place called Stonehenge. This is the place where you can see giant stones in a circle on the ground. There is certainly nothing like it in Hong Kong. It was really creepy in a strange way. As I stood near the stones, I almost felt like something was crawling up my neck. So here, in the last sentence, it's a positive statement, so we choose between anything or something. And here we choose something. So it's the third part of the email. Again, you will have 3 minutes to finish the task. Time's up. Let's look at the answers. The next day, we actually visited Chinatown in London. Although I like British food, there's nothing better than getting a taste of home when you are bored. So in this case, according to the context, we choose nothing. The dim sum was excellent, but something was different about it. So it's a positive sentence, so we choose between anything and something, but according to the context, we choose something. It wasn't quite the same as in Hong Kong. Today we are traveling to Scotland to continue our holiday there. I want to buy you something while I'm there. Is there anything in particular you would like? So, for the first part, I want to buy you something. It's a positive statement, so we choose between anything and something. But according to the context, we choose something. Is there anything in particular you would like? So it's a question, so the answer is anything. Don't forget to do the homework. It's the end of the class. Thank you everyone.